do they look, I mean, apart from our lovely young lady here, who's like, I just don't want to be here. But it's a bit of learning, right, around energy, how we're presenting, and communication. Now, some of us, as I said, are better at it than others, only from an introvert-extrovert perspective. But I promise you, if you follow what I give you today, it'll either be a good reminder or be something that you'll go, wow, this is great. We know that if you work it. But just coming back to this young lady here, no offense to her, but look, on the day, if you have people there with you, if they're not here today, give them this stuff, have a prep, meeting prior and go, we're going to work. It's not Friday relaxed day. Have fun, but you are there to work. You're there to connect, communicate, find out if you can bring value, whatever it is that you are going there to do, and get them on board. If you don't prepare them for success and they mess up, it's your own fault. Okay? That's harsh, but that's the reality. The only thing worse than training someone is not training them. Yeah? Okay. Are you guys all good? Just look to the other person on the other side, and just say to them, come on, have a look. Say to them, come on, have a look. Say, geez, you look good. Like, how did you feel like that? Okay. So we've got, what is number one? What's number one? Thinking, how we think. What we're going to think. And I don't know about you, but one of the things that I do a lot is, it's tough on the brain, but I try and see what I'm doing on the day. They're talking, meeting, laughing, swapping cards. I know it sounds wacky, guys, but has anyone heard the term about visualization and what we see? Right? Ponder on it. When you're sitting there over the next couple of nights, see yourself in that environment, laughing, people just throwing cards at you like, please call me, I need you, I need your services, right? The brain. The next thing is, it's obvious answer. If we don't have a target, what do we hit? Anything, nothing. We've got to have some sort of target. So, look, actually, let me ask you this. I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to ask you, what do you want from the day? What do you specifically want from this event and day? Do you want clients? Do you want sales on the day? Or do you want to generate leads and sales down the track, or all of that, right? So, if you haven't, and it's not about making anyone bad or wrong, because it is a bit of thinking work, as I write, think, plan, decide, write it down. If you haven't already done this, please, whether it's with your work colleagues, your employees, your partner, have a sit down and just think and talk about, what do we want from this? How many? So if I was to ask you guys, and just anyone who wants to share, if you could generate 5, 10, 20 leads, 50 leads, 1 lead, how many would you want?
Like 100.
100, great. Got a figure, right?
10 sales.
10 sales. Yeah. So now all of a sudden, all the machinery goes to work, right? Okay, 100. Now, we've got a friend I'll talk to you about in a moment, Jace from Embroidered Me. He and I did this work, and first expo, unfortunately, for him, was less than 6. Next one, his goal, I think it was 50 quality leads or 100 quality leads. Anyway, and he did this, he had the script, he even had a competition, and on the board, he had these points and his targets and a couple of things which I'll teach you to say, which he had there as prompts. His stand was pumping. Not only because he knew what he was doing, and he got 72 leads on the day, right? Yeah, Jason, good job. Why do you think his stand might have also been a bit busier, regardless of what he put together? He changed his thinking. He had a better energy, right? He was on, has anyone heard the term the front foot? You're on the front foot. You know what you're doing, what you're going to say. You're prepared. And people are like, oh, why am I attracted to this? There's something going on. So that's what was going on for him. So if you haven't done this, again, doing the work, guys, does not need to be a 48-page amortized spreadsheet, guys, unless you want to do that, okay, for the bookkeepers or accountants in the room, right? It's really simple. How many conversations or how many leads, how many cards? Could you all do that? Yeah, very good. Okay, shall we continue? You sure?
Yes.
Say, let's continue. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Okay. Now, guys, I don't want to freak you out with this. You're going to get the script. We're going to email it to you. But what I'm wanting to emphasize here is that this, okay, so number one, thinking. Yep, number one, thinking. Number two, what's our goal and intention to be there? Number three, what are we going to say? Would that be helpful?
Yes.
Yeah? Quick bit of sharing, guys. What do you generally see going on at trade shows and expos? And I know all the standard stuff, but, you know, give me an example, or let's share some less than effective ways to communicate at a trade show and expo.
Standing in the corner.
Standing in the corner behind the table. Or, as one lady I saw, she had her bench here and she was like that. Thought she was at school on the table, right? So we've got that going on. Has anyone been to an event and they say, sorry, what's your name? Hi, Peggy, Trevor. Hey, you want to enter our competition? We're running a competition. You want to go in the draw to win $1 million? Great, come on over, Peggy. So Peggy goes in the competition and let's say it's for a home loan company. Now, what are they really doing? They're generating leads. And no offence to this Peggy, because I know it's not this Peggy, but let's just say they call Peggy, and Peggy's sick, broke, on the pension, and lives in housing. Is she their lead? No. Now, good on them for running the competition, but there is the one critical element that they don't do, which is the word, it starts with qualify. Okay? You know what I mean. Okay, so this process is about qualifying the people that we speak to determine if and how we can work with them. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Would that be helpful?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go through that in a minute, but I just want to also make a point. Is it okay that not everyone at the expo is your potential customer?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Because they're not. It's not going to be everyone. But would 10 be okay? Would 20 be okay? Now look, I also get to, for some people in the room, like Danny here is, he's a business development director for Toshiba. He's probably not going to be, his products may be able to help many people in businesses. I know he has a particular sector of business that he would be working to talk to, right? Not everyone, okay? And is that the same for all of you? Yes. Although we all need bins, right? We all have garbage. Yeah. Okay. All right. So why don't we do this quickly? All right. So just calm down. Would you mind if we just role play quickly? Come on up. Oh, okay. Come on up. So just look to the person beside you and say, gee, she's crazy. Enough for doing this, I mean. So imagine it goes like this. I'll be Jace, okay, from the promotional products, just seeing that example. So you're coming past. Say, hey, nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you.
What's your name?
Sue.
Hi, Susan. My name's Trevor. What brings you to the expo?
Looking at networking with different businesses.
Okay, and what do you do for business?
Matchmaker.
Oh, wow. So you could help me find my next wife. My next ex-wife. I'm still kind of getting over the last one. Yeah, it's on there. Yeah. Well, that's great. How's business?
We're doing quite well. Yes.
Oh, that's very good. Well, look, I'm sure you want to get around and see everyone. What I just thought I'd let you know, Susan, is we're a company that goes in and we provide promotional products, logos, we do some printing. We really make all their brand and marketing material, like hard marketing material, as you can see here, look really good. Do you think that could be of interest to you now or any time in the future?
Yes.
Yeah, anything specifically?
Pens and marketing material.
Oh, very good. Okay. Well, look, why don't we do this? We're running a competition. We're giving away a bucket of money. So why don't we put you into that? And what I'll do is, I've just got a little list here. You can take that away with you. And this is just our product, and we're doing some really cool little specials for the end. You don't have to do anything with that now. But take that with you. We'll swap cards. I might be calling you to tell you want a bucket of money. But I'll send you an email, and how about we touch base in the next few days? Actually, probably going to be a bit busy the next week. Maybe later next week, and we can organise a time to catch up, and we can see if and how we can work together.
Sure.
Sounds good?
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
Have a
to meet
great
you.
day.
Thank you.
Yeah.